All right, guys, my number one pick for the Super Bowl will be the Kansas City Chiefs against the spread, guys, plus 1.5. That is what I'm putting my hard-earned money on, guys. And I will be explaining why I am taking that in a moment. Let's take a look at this Super Bowl matchup between San Francisco and the Kansas City Chiefs, guys. Let's look at the numbers here. So San Francisco has 28.9 points per game. Kansas City, obviously a little less at 21.8. This is a factor here that the 49ers fans will tell you. Kansas City hasn't had 30 points since November in a game. Yes, that's a valid point, guys. But like I said, this is one game. I'm going to explain it a bit later. But let's take a look at the points allowed per game. 17.5 for San Francisco, 17.3 for Kansas. That would probably show you that the defense is pretty close. I would argue a bit differently. The yards per game, 398.4 to 351. Yards allowed, 303 for San Francisco and 289 for Kansas. So these are pretty similar numbers. If we look at Mahomes and Purdy's yards, passing yards, about 4,200 for Brock Purdy and 4,183 for Holmes. So these are really close. But there are determining factors, guys, that make me lean towards Kansas City, which I will get to in a minute, guys. So the first determining factor that makes me want to take KC is just how good Patrick Mahomes really is, guys. My first point will be, do not bet against Patrick Mahomes. There's an interesting statistic, guys. Patrick Mahomes is 3-0 versus the 49ers in his career, and he has completed 19 of 20 target passes to Kelsey in the AFC Championship, guys. So the point being, Patrick Mahomes comes big at the big moments, guys. That's something you cannot take away from Patrick Mahomes, guys. They led a team like Baltimore down to 10 points, guys. Like I said, they came through, but the important thing there was that KC came hard at the beginning. I think if San Francisco wants any chance in this game, they have to go hard in the first half. They can't do what they did to the Lions. So that's another risk factor there for sure. And then there's also the Taylor Swift factor, which I'm sure you guys are a lot annoyed about. But literally, Kelsey and the Chiefs win almost all the time when Swift is in attendance. Now, there's rumblings that she is going to a concert. Who knows if she'll be back on time? Who knows if the proposal is even going to happen? I wouldn't bet on that, by the way, guys. But like I said, Mahomes is just somebody you just can't bet on. I've bet on him in the past, and it has not worked out, guys. The second point I want to get to, guys, the determining factor is KC's defense, guys. I know you're going to say there might be a couple of guys that are banged up, but they surely didn't look banged up against the Ravens, guys. All season, they have been playing solid. Listen, if we look at San Francisco, McCaffrey, the 49ers fans will say, you can't stop McCaffrey. I would argue differently, guys. Like I said, the Lions showed in the first half they could do it. They did let it slip in the first, but it wasn't because of McCaffrey, guys. They just made some crucial mistakes, fumbles, gave away the balls. Everything went the wrong way, along with some other coaching decisions that are questionable. But guys, listen, I really do like this KC defense to take down and keep the points low. That's why I'm not taking the total here. I believe it was 47. The line is changing, guys, as we speak. It's even going to about 2 for Kansas. So that is my other reason is the defense is just could shut down San Francisco in one game. It only matters in one game, guys. And my final determining factor, guys, this is similar to the Mahomes point. Experience versus inexperience, guys. We have Patrick Mahomes, who has won 2 out of the last 3 of his Super Bowl finals. Brock Purdy, this is his very first one. The question is, will Brock Purdy come strong like he did against the Lions in the second half? Because in the Packers game, he really didn't look like a Super Bowl quarterback, that's for sure. So that's what the big question is. Will Brock Purdy play the entire 4 quarters? On that side, I definitely want to side with Patrick Mahomes. And finally, guys, the coaching. Andy Reid, guys, this guy is a magician. I'll be very honest with you guys. This guy knows how to win in the dying minutes. I mean, if they got the lead, they'll just bleed the clock. And if they need to come back by a field goal, they'll make it happen with seconds. We saw it against the Eagles. So for those factors, guys, I like the Kansas City Chiefs against the spread. I'm all in on Kansas. And that'll be my pick for this Super Bowl. So that is my pick for the Super Bowl, guys. I hope you have confidence in that pick. I can't wait for the Super Bowl. It's gonna be awesome no matter what happens. I'm Anjan, I'm out of here, guys. Take care and good luck.